week ago, I received a call from an unidentified number. I ignored it and continued to do my business, but 5 minutes later, the call came again. At that time, I was a little wary, but again, I wrote it off as some kind of mistake or spam. Who knows how many unidentified numbers there are in the country? And there was no evidence that it was the same one. I ignored the second call and again continued to successfully do my business until an hour later my second spare phone rang, and it was an unidentified number again. Still not panicking, but already starting to look into the dark corners, I hung up the number and was about to return to my business for the third time, when right after hanging up the phone rang again, and not the spare, but the main one. Without taking the spare phone out of my hands, I ran to my room and rejected the call from this unidentified number. But as soon as I did this, both the spare and the main one started ringing at the same time every second. And also 3 landline phones connected to 2 mobile phones, and all this at the same time, damn. Slowly starting to panic, I gathered all the phones in one pile and rejected the call on each one in turn. But as soon as I rejected one, it immediately started calling again, and the function to block this number was for some reason unavailable. Then, in desperation, I decided to turn off all the phones, and it even helped. For a few minutes, the long-awaited silence hung in the apartment without ear-splitting ringtones, until somehow an unknown number called my computer. I don't remember exactly what happened next. I came to my senses already locked in the toilet, hugging the entire week's supply of food from the refrigerator. From the rest of the apartment, incessant phone and computer rings were heard, which drove me crazy. I only had my main one with me so that I wouldn't completely lose touch with reality. It also called, of course, but it was the only one with a silent mode, so keeping it nearby wasn't a problem. And now I understand that if I continue to do nothing, sitting in the toilet like a trembling creature, then I'll either go crazy or die over time from hunger and thirst. I need to accept my fate and this challenge. With shaking fingers, I reach for my mobile phone, which has been ringing for the 7th day in a row. My heart is pounding wildly, my vision is double, and it seems as if I am falling into emptiness. On the 5th try, I managed to bring the phone to my ear. I finally pressed the green phone icon and prepared to come face to face with death. But it turned out to be my mom, who changed her number on a business trip, saying that she will come home in a couple of hours. 15,000 missed calls. IT looks like I'm scared.